friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thank you for stopping by to hang out with me a little bit today. I hope you're all having a great day. I am trying to make the best of my day. It's a little bit chilly here this morning, but I think it's supposed to warm up here in just a little while, but starting off chilly. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share some yarn that I got in that I had ordered and ask for some ideas from you guys. So I had a package come from Premier Yarns. Make it Premier. Make it a Premier Day. So I had ordered some cotton Supreme DK hanks. It's the Universal Cotton Supreme DK hanks. And let me see if I can scroll down just a tiny bit. Oh, no, it went. Never mind. Close up. My fingers aren't working on it. So, anyway. So I had got in some of these cotton hanks, and they are beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. Okay, my idea was I want to make a cotton garment. And, I have no idea what I want to make. So I'm going to show you the yarns I got. I got lots of different colors. I only have one of each color. So whatever I make is going to be the rainbow. No, it's not really bright rainbow colors. There's some pastels and some other colors in here, but they're beautiful colors. So it will be a multicolor project, whatever it is. Now, I did choose cotton because I'm in Louisiana. I don't know if this will be really a summer item because let me just tell you, it gets hot. It gets hot in Louisiana. You take it off everything you can. You wear as little as possible. You don't layer clothes in the summertime. So, saying all that to say that I don't really know that this is like a summer item, wearable. It's just a wearable that's going to be made out of cotton. Okay. Because, like I said, in Louisiana, it's hot. It's hot. And to layer clothing is not going to happen. And also, it might just be too hot to wear any kind of yarn wearable in the summertime, even if it is made of cotton. So, I have this cart here. I had emptied, this was full of some other stuff. And so I had emptied this a couple weeks ago, and this has been floating around the house. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to put it in the yarn room. I don't have space for it in the yarn room, but it's going to be in the yarn room floating around. And I'm going to I put those hanks of yarn that my son had got me at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to put my hanks of this cotton in here, and I have some other kind of specialty type yarns that just doesn't fit in with that back there, so I'm going to put those in here too. So anyway, as I talk about the yarn, I'm going to just open a drawer here. I just wanted to show you where I was chunking the yarn in case you were wondering, like, where's she throwing that yarn? So I just opened this drawer here, and as I show the yarn, I'm going to put it in that drawer. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about all these beautiful colors. They're so pretty, but I have no idea what I'm going to make. And it's not anything that I have to make like next week or the next week, This can be a long-term project, something that I could wear in the fall of next year probably, because I just don't know that Louisiana would allow for yarn, even if it's cotton, wearable. It might be too warm. But anyway, so I ordered some of these beautiful hanks. Isn't that just beautiful? That is, it's 100% cotton, and these are 230 yards. So whatever project I do make will be multicolor. Let's keep that in mind. This is did I say it was 100% cotton? Yes, I did. I think so. Produced exclusively for Universal Yarns with the finest fibers. Okay, cool. Okay, I do want to say something real quick as I'm getting started showing this is I now have an affiliate link with Premier Yarn. It is in my description box below, so if you are going to order from Premier Yarn, if you wouldn't mind just clicking on my link and ordering through that, you get 10% off. So that helps you out, and it just helps me out a little bit too, guys. So if you want to click on my affiliate link, and I believe you do get 10% off, and I'd appreciate it very, very much. Anyway, so this color is magenta. Magenta, yes. It is very beautiful, bold color, so I love that. And let's see, this right here, this colorway is True Blue. I want to see those two together. Yes, I just dumped the bag out on my desk, so I haven't really looked at the colors or compared, held them up together. That would be beautiful together, wouldn't it? Wow. Okay, and then this colorway right here, um, the tag changed up, but it's still the same thing. This is called Azure, Azure, and that is a pretty blue. It's a softer blue, but it is very pretty. Yes, it's a softer color. So let me see. I can put these over here. All right, and then I have a basic gray, and this is called Gray. Wow, I'm getting good at this. So anyway, that gray, I just got it because sometimes you just need a neutral color to add in with all your pretty colors. And here's where here. This is orchid, and it is very beautiful. It is a beautiful orchid color. And then I have Sky Surf. That is pretty. Sky Surf. It is a cobalt blue. Yeah, I would say that's cobalt blue. Very pretty. Alright, and then I have some that's in bags. So, just turn the bags open here. Here's this yellow, and they're calling this yellow genius. So that's a pretty yellow. It's not as bright. It's more of a pastel yellow. So I think this whole bag right here is more pastel colors. This is a pastel pink right here. And then this blue here, AQUA, aqua. And then this peachy color is apricot. So these are the 4 pastels. There's the aqua and the peach, yellow, and pink. But I like those two together. That peach looks good with the blue and the pink, and then the pink and yellow, and then the yellow and peach. They all look good together, except I wouldn't say the peach and yellow and pink need to go together because they're very, very similar, but spread apart, they would be fine. You can definitely tell there's a difference. This is peach, this is pink, but very pretty. Very, very pretty. I want to make the perfect project. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't just everyday cheap yarn. So if I put the money into the yarn, I want to put the work into the project, and I want it to be a project, that I do and I do right, so that I enjoy the benefits of the yarn I purchased, right? So I want it to be the perfect project, and I want it to be a project that I am going to use. So I'm just not quite sure about what that project is, though. Now this color is beautiful. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. This is turquoise. Um, oh, look at that. So pretty together. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. And these hanks are super soft. Now I do have a swifter. Is that what you call it? A swift? Not a swifter. I'm not mopping with it. A swift and a yarn baller. I'm just going to set those up and figure out how to use it. This green is called lime, but I mean, even those three together are beautiful, right? Gosh, that would be beautiful for Easter, but I'm not trying to produce nothing by Easter. I already have a project going I'm trying to get done by Easter. Oh, this pink is called hot pink. Wow. I love I love lime green and pink together if it's the right shade of pink. I love that together. This purple is called lavender. Oh, these colors are just so yummy together. And then I have one other here that I don't know really. It's holiday red, but it doesn't look red. It doesn't look red. It's different from the pink, but it's not quite magenta. But I wouldn't call it red. It's more of a, I started to say a strawberry, but it's not red. I mean, I see that it kind of looks reddish, but it's not really. I mean, I'm looking at some red over there, and it's not red. It's more of a pinky red, but kind of in between those. So let's see, and it's yeah, holiday red. Um, I just kind of see what it looks like with other colors. I love turquoise, red, and white together. Those are, I just love that look together. When I see something decorated like that, it really appeals to me, even though I probably would never get around to doing something like that. But it is pretty. Even looks good with the purple. Oh, these are so beautiful. But minus the holiday red, these are screaming Easter. And even that could probably just slip in there with that. Yeah, because it doesn't look reddish. It looks more these bright, beautiful colors. So, what would you make if you had this cotton? And like I said, you spent the money on the yarn, you invested in it, because this is an investment for a wearable. And it's something that I want to enjoy to wear. I want to be proud to wear it. So, I would definitely put in the work that's required, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what would you make if you had this yarn at your fingertips? And you can have this yarn at your fingertips if you want to order from Premier, but please consider using my link down there so that we both get some benefits from it. Those are pretty together too, aren't they? Even though that's two blues and a peach and a yellow. I don't know. They're just all so pretty. Like, I don't think my hands will hold them all up at one time, but that pink and orchid together is good. And then we have this cobalt blue. And then the true blue. I was just seeing what some of these look like together. That true blue and the peach look really good together. Wow. And then we have gray. If something, needs a little neutral color to break it up a little bit somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I was just thinking whenever I was looking at all the colors that, I had all these bright colors and I might need to just put something neutral. That blue, which blue is this? I can't see it really, so let me see. Azure, 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 Azure. I don't know. That color and the peach do look good together, but this also looks good with the yellow. Wow, just so many choices, so many. The holiday blue, the holiday red, and the that blue looks good together too. Oh, so many choices, and I don't even know what I want to make. I just know that I made that granny pullover that is a Premier Yarn pattern. You can go to their website and look at patterns and find that granny pullover. Um, and they have other patterns there. But once I made that granny square pullover, I just knew that I wanted to make myself something else. And so that's why I'm investing in this cotton, because I want to make a cotton garment. Have I said that enough times? Oh, goodness, guys. So, yeah, tell me below your ideas, what you would make, and just give me some things to consider, some options, to consider. But those are beautiful. Have you seen a great pattern lately that, screams it needs to be made with cotton yarn? I think these are all fit nicely in this drawer. I hope so. Getting a little close. Getting a little bit close. Yep, they all fit right here in this drawer. I knew this. I knew this one. I was pushing this around the house, like pushing it out of the way, and then I was like, I'm gonna put that in the yarn room. I knew it would come in handy. It's on wheels, but it's these three drawers, and then I stacked three more drawers on top of it. If you take the top lid off, you can stack, more on there if you wanted to, but that's how you stack them together and snap them in place. And it has the wheels on the bottom, but you do have to be very careful pushing these around because those wheels are it's a little metal stub up in plastic, so that plastic does break easily, so you have to be careful pushing these around. But I think now that it has made it to its home room, it will spend its time in this room. I think it'll be fine. The wheels, I think they'll be fine now. But anyway, guys, let's see, what have we been up to? Our boys came out. Dakota and Elijah came out on Sunday and had lunch with us. Big Daddy fixed Mexican for all of them, and they had let's see, tacos, some kind of refried bean cheese, cream cheese dip thing, um, enchiladas. I don't know what all he fixed because I didn't eat it, of course. So I really didn't pay attention to what all they ate, but they had the works. And then I had got the stuff for Dakota to make me guacamole. So I had got like 3 guacamoles. That seasoning stuff, it's a little packet, like back there where you buy taco seasoning. There's a little packet for guacamole mix seasoning. So I got a pack of that, and then what else went in that? Oh, at the produce area, instead of getting onion and tomato and all that kind of stuff to chop up, I just went ahead and got their little pre-made little plastic tub of salsa type stuff. It's kind of like pico de gallo stuff. I just got a package of that because I needed it to be put in the little bullet to blend it up a little better and then add it to the guacamole. So Dakota made me guacamole, so that's what I ate. I ate guacamole until I was like, about to pop guacamole. And then we just ate and visited, chatted, and caught up with everybody's jobs and what's going on with everybody and their animals, which Dakota had brought his little dog Windsor with him, and he is just a little muppet. Okay, he's a Shih Tzu, and he looks like a muppet. That dog's so goofy looking. And so his dog has two cats, Monty and Ozzy. So he is used to playing with cats. Monty used to live here with us when Dakota lived at home. So Phoebe had Monty to play with, and she was used to playing with cats, okay? Because Monty loves to play and chase. And if Phoebe was asleep in her bed, Monty would run and pop her on the head and take off running, and she would jump down and chase him, and he would chase her back, and they would just chase and play all day long. And then they would both go outside and just run laps around the yard chasing each other. So that's the way they play with Windsor. Also, Monty plays with Windsor like that. So Windsor comes in here, and there's two cats who won't play. And so I was like, well, maybe Windsor can teach them how to play. Because, Phoebe desperately wants, speaking of Phoebe, here she is. Phoebe desperately wants those cats to play with her, but they just don't know how. And she tries to play chase with them, and they just won't chase her. Either she scares them to death, or they're just looking at her like, what is this crazy dog doing? Huh, Phoebe's. Huh. Yeah, them cats won't play with you. So, pretty much, Monty scared our cats, and they hid under mine and Big Daddy's bed. So, Windsor stood at my bedroom door barking at. Did I say Monty? I meant Windsor. I don't know what I said. Dakota's dog, Monty, scared our two cats, so they hid under our bed, and Windsor stood at our bedroom door barking at the cats under the bed most of the time. And so, and he would run around, run back through and see what everybody's doing, and run back in there and bark at the cats. And anyway, Dakota takes Windsor to daycare, doggy daycare, 3 days a week. So he said when he got Windsor's leash, Windsor was all excited, ready to go. He got his leash and got him in the Jeep, and then they got here, and I'm like, oh, Windsor, you came to the Cray Cray daycare today. But anyway, and Phoebe, she doesn't really care for Windsor. I think she's been around Windsor about 3 or 4 times now. That might have been about the 4th time. She don't really care for him. He tries to sniff her rear, and she is not into that. She turns around and jumps on him every time. Oh, baby. Yeah, we don't like that. So, why don't you go in there and see if you can make the cats play. Get in your puppy bed. She looks back at me like, are you coming? Get in your puppy bed. I'll be in there in a minute. So anyway, we just had a fun evening, sitting around picking on each other. We all took turns picking on Elijah, and then we'd pick on Dakota for a while, and then they'd pick on me, and we'd pick on Big Daddy. Just having a good time. And then I don't know, they probably stayed till about 7 p.m. that night, and they had got here at 12 for lunch. And then they left, and me and Big Daddy was tired. We cleaned up real quick and hit the bed. And I took a little nap, and then I got back up. But yeah, we had a good time. So for an update on the home health situation, I think my doctor had completely, sometimes doctors don't know how things work. He had a completely different idea of how this was going to work. And the way he thought it would work is not the way it works. Home health only comes into your house to just assess, make sure you're taking your medicines, take your vitals, and then they leave. They don't really do anything for you. Like, that's not home health's purpose. They don't like hook up to feeding tubes and let your feedings run or anything like that. you would have to have a separate agency to do that, or a private sitter and stuff like that. So home health does not do that. So they're not going to benefit me in that way at all. So I've asked questions, like when she came last week. I had my list of questions ready and we went over those, but I didn't ever get answers. So I did call this morning and talked with someone there at the office and went over those questions with her again, and she's supposed to be trying to get me some answers. So I don't know when she'll call back, but she's trying to find out, like, I just told her, I was honest with her and just told her I was trying to figure out, is this home health thing really beneficial to me or not? Are they going to be able to provide anything that I need or not? And so, because I am paying for this home health, it's not free. um, my insurance to pay 80% and I got to pay 20%, but I want to know what that 20% is so I know if I'm paying for somebody to come take my blood pressure. Now, I am not in any kind of medical state that I need someone coming and taking my blood pressure. We have a blood pressure little machine thing. I could, if I felt bad or felt like my blood pressure was high or low, I could take it myself. Um, So I don't need to pay someone to do that. And if that's all they're going to do, it's not beneficial to me. Now, I will say that every employee that I have been in contact, whether they came to my home or I talked to them on the phone, has been super nice. I don't have any complaints about the people themselves. Some things haven't worked out like we was kind of expecting it to work out, but I don't know that that's any one person's fault. It just could be the way things happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really fault any of the people. They have been all super nice, lovely, lovely people. Um, you know, they're trying to do their job and work the system as they're taught to do it, right? I guess. I don't know. They, do push that, you need to get on Medicaid or Medicare, which I don't think I'm old enough for Medicare. I don't even know what Medicare is really, but I don't think I'm old enough for that. Um, and I wouldn't qualify anyway. And then they're like, you need to get on Medicaid, but I do not qualify for Medicaid, and they're really pushing that. And I think that's just the way the company is, and that's not just that company. I think all home healths are going to do that because they could charge more things and get paid more. Medicaid would cover a lot more stuff than Blue Cross Blue Shield likes to deny. Um, and plus, Blue Cross Blue Shield, it does. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like that they would be able to send more claims into Medicaid than they can Blue Cross Blue Shield. So anyway, or whatever Blue Cross wouldn't cover, then Medicaid would, or something like that. But I do not qualify for Medicaid. My husband works. If you work and have a job, you don't qualify for Medicaid. Um, and plus, and then I don't like this, but this is what has been said, by more than one person. I mean, multiple people have said this, that um, sometimes couples have to get a divorce to get things covered. Well, that's not happening here. We're not doing that. But even if we did get a divorce, I mean, I still would not qualify for Medicaid, okay? But, I don't want to tell those people my business. I don't know these people. I don't know y'all, and I'm telling you my business, but whatever. um, I do not qualify for Medicaid. That's the truth. That's the bottom line. So they need to get off of that. But I know that that's what they're trained to do. That's what their paperwork all says, and they're just doing their job. So I don't fault them for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. But I did ask her about, okay, the port flushings. Are they going to be able to do that? I need a prescription for the heparin so I can pick that up at the pharmacy to get the port flushings. So she says she will check on that and see um, if the prescription, is going to come through, or the doctor approve the prescription, which I know he will. It just has to be sent to him and a prescription sent over. You know what I'm saying? So that would benefit me if they do the port flushings once a month or once every 4 to 6 weeks, ever how often they do it. That would benefit me rather than having to have an appointment at the hospital to go have it done. And I think that's the only thing that would benefit me. Um, so now I need to find out what I'm paying for that. So she's supposed to be letting me know how much I am paying for home health to come take my vitals, and if they get it lined out, flushing this once every 6 weeks or so, whatever the standard is. So that's where we're at. And about the hospital bed, okay, they did send that in for my doctor to approve that or whatever. So yes, he did approve it because he's approving everything, but he should know that I don't need a hospital bed. I'm up walking around doing my thing. But this is what they told me, that usually people with feeding tubes have a hospital bed so that they can get in the bed and not lay all the way down. They can be inclined up and get some feedings during the day. And so I told her that, I don't ever lay down. I don't ever go to bed when I have a feeding because of that reasoning. I know that, I already know that. And so um, I didn't need the hospital bed. I don't have anywhere to put a hospital bed anyway. And so she was like, oh, okay. But I did tell her that I was a little bit frustrated that this hospital bed was sent through and approved and all that before my port flushing, because that's what I had, inquired about with them. I did not inquire about a hospital bed. A hospital bed was not spoken with me about, like they didn't ask me if I needed one. They didn't ask me if I had a place in my home for one or anything like that. So I was a little frustrated that they just sprung that on me and got something approved that I had no idea about, but yet didn't get this approved. That was one of the main things to get approved, because this hasn't been flushed since February the 3rd. So anyway, that's where we're at, just waiting to see if it's going to be beneficial or not to me. Time will tell. Time will tell. But like I said, it's nothing against the people themselves. They are very nice. Um, everyone I've been in contact with has been super nice and just very lovely, pleasant people. It's just, is it going to benefit me or not? And we'll see. We'll see. So, today it's Tuesday, if you don't know. I don't even know the date. Maybe the 28th? I really don't know. It may not be right. Anyway, let's see. Yep, it's the 28th. Huh, I just kind of pulled that out of the sky. But it is Tuesday the 28th. And I have been, I took some prednisone yesterday. I took a large dose of prednisone. My idea was I have something exciting happening on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So my idea was I was going to take a large dose of prednisone on Monday and on Tuesday, so that on Wednesday I am able to enjoy the day. I have a surprise for y'all tomorrow, which that may not be tomorrow's video. It may end up being like Thursday's video. So, but I'm doing something tomorrow. And I wanted, to have energy and to be able to do it. So I took my big dose of prednisone. I didn't sleep. So I've been up. Like, I went to bed and dozed off for about maybe an hour and a half. The movie was still playing that I had just started, so probably not quite an hour and a half. And I woke up and I've been awake. I've been awake. So I need to force myself to take a nap today. I don't know. I need to force myself to go to sleep because I have been awake. And yeah, all the things. But when I take prednisone, I just, I do feel a little better because you take that big dose. You get that big dose. I don't take a big dose all the time, but sometimes once in a while when I have something to do, if I know I've got to go to town on a certain day or something like that, I about 2 days before I will take a big dose of prednisone. The next day take a big dose of prednisone and taper off, you know, um, from that first day and then taper down. And my doctor, knows that I just have to do that because say say on Saturday we have errands to run and things that we need to do, I just wouldn't be able to do them if I don't take that prednisone to be able to do it. So, yeah, I need some sleep. I need to go to sleep because my body has just been wired on prednisone. So I hope to sleep some today. When Big Daddy gets home, we've got to go to town and get his prescriptions that we did not get to get Saturday because by the time we got to the pharmacy, they were closed. And then I need to run to the little Walmart market and pick up a few things. Not much, just a couple of bags probably full of stuff. And yeah, that's about all. But, oh, and I want to go to Five Below. So I might try to do that since it's right by Target. It's right around the corner from Target. It's kind of like shopping centers that back up together. Five Below's in one and Target's in the other. So I can run in Target a minute, hopefully. And that shouldn't take us too long to do all that. But I need a nap. I need a nap before that. Oh goodness. I have quite a few videos kind of planned out that I want to get filmed and all for you guys. So that'll be coming up. Just working on those videos. Takes time. It takes time to do videos. It don't just happen. It just takes a little work to do those. But maybe I can work on one of those this afternoon and take a nap and get ready to be ready when Big Daddy drives up so we can run through those few errands real quick. He has not been feeling the greatest, but he's got to go to work. Life goes on. He did get he's had several tests. I don't even know what all tests has because I haven't went with him to the hospital every time because some days I just didn't feel like going. So I flaked out on him and didn't go to his appointments with him. But I think he looked on his my chart and he basically has a mild COPD. So I think it's at a mild stage, and I don't think there's anything they would do for that at this stage. He'll find out when he goes back to see his doctor, which I don't even know when that is, but he hadn't been feeling the greatest. And today when he left out this morning, I felt really kind of bad that he, had to go to work when he felt so bad. Because when I feel really bad, I can go back to bed, or go lay down and just rest or take it easy. But, he's walking out the door in pain, and that made me feel bad. So, I don't know. Hopefully his day will get better. I know he's got to drive a patient to Monroe. He lives here. He lives here. But sometimes it feels like he lives at work. When he lives at work, it's an hour away. But sometimes, and like drivers, they have a few drivers that work there. They'll be tied up, or either this week he said both their drivers are out. There's no one to do any driving. So yesterday he spent the day in Monroe because he had to drive a patient to a surgery clinic place in Monroe. And he said he'll probably be doing that a lot this week. So that means he won't be working on what he's supposed to be doing at work. He'll be driving patients. And this morning, he said he had to have a patient in Monroe at 10 o'clock for an appointment. So that's not his job to do that, to drive patients. But there's, sometimes you got to fill in where you got to fill in and do what you got to do. But he don't like doing that. He would rather be at work and be in his office and working, or even filling in at the nurse's station at work. Sometimes he has to fill in at the nurse's station. He would rather do that kind of stuff than be in a vehicle all day, because when he takes patients places, he drives them there. Usually he sits in the vehicle. When he does go in, he goes to sleep in the waiting rooms. He can't help it. And so he can sit in the vehicle and snooze, right? And so anyway, he would just rather be at work than driving, sitting in the car all day, driving patients around. But looks like that's what he's going to be doing this week, just out of necessity. But anyway, guys, I guess that's all I got going on today. Yeah, pretty much that's it. But I wanted to share my Premier cotton yarns with you guys, and just see what you guys thought about it, and what you would make if you had all that yarn at your fingertips. And if you do happen to order from Premier Yarns, I would appreciate if you would consider using my link. That's the third time I mentioned that. I know. I kept count. And so, yeah, I will see you all later. I hope you have a great day. Remember, it is a beautiful day to crochet, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, friends.